This is Danny Flexen for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined once again by Zak Chelli. He may not be an unbeaten super middleweight, but he is unbeaten at super middleweight. That's something we shouldn't forget. How you doing?
Great, mate. Thank you very much.
Glad to hear it. I guess a good place to start would be your last fight. If you could tell us, first of all, how you ended up getting on a card over in Ukraine.
Well, I was promised by my last manager a title. Kept telling him, give me a title, give me a title. He apparently had one booked for me. That fell out in the end. But as I was training throughout from January, from the start of the year, I said to him, I still want to fight. And he managed to get me one on the Usyk show in Ukraine. So yeah, I said, I'll take it. Went out there, 6 rounds. Just stopped him in the 3rd round. But then the fight ended up costing me a lot more because got back to England, had to isolate myself for 10 days. On day 8, we had to do the COVID test, and they found out I had COVID. So another 10 days of isolating, nearly 1 month of isolating at home after that fight. Yeah, so for me and my dad, so it was a pretty costly fight.
It must have been pretty challenging as well to spend all that time at home. I mean, obviously you and your dad get on well, but you still want to go out and see other people.
Yeah, I wanted that freedom, want to get out of the house. Yeah, I think that's hard. But obviously, yeah, it is what it is. I'm just happy I got a fight under the way as well.
I mean, you've been pretty busy considering there's been a pandemic. Obviously, we saw you in fight camp last year. The result didn't go the way you would have liked. Most people felt you'd done enough to win. We got ruled a draw against Jack Cullen. Then you won the tournament later that year and now out in Ukraine earlier this year. What's the key to being active during a pandemic? Is it simply just being ready when the phone rings?
Yeah, I was always training and they didn't stop. Every day trained. And whenever I got a phone call to fight, I said yes. I didn't say who, what weight, how many fights he had. I said, you want to fight? Yes. Done. I just take it. Same with the boxer tournament. There was meant to be a couple of different boxers. Boxers kept pulling out. I didn't care. I didn't care who was in it. Even on the boxer tournament, on the day of the weigh-in, my opponent got changed. So I had on the weigh-in, I found out as well. Looking at different guys. Okay, fair enough.
What is your situation now in terms of management, promotional? Are you a free agent? Are you still affiliated with anyone? What's the situation?
At the moment, I'm free from everything, but I'm in talks with a very good manager. I'm planning to be a manager myself, just to get the license out of the way. But I'm in talk with a really good one, and hopefully the news will be announced soon when I'm signing with him. But now, of course, as you heard by the British Board Control, October should be for the British and Commonwealth title against Lennox Clarke. Also looking forward to that. So yeah, I'm free from promotion at the moment as well. So we'll see what happens.
Does it make it a bit more difficult when you haven't got a promoter behind you and then a fight like that goes to purse bids? I mean, it's great that they're still thinking of you, but you haven't got a promoter backing you to win those purse bids. You might have to go to his hometown, his promoter's show.
For me, it doesn't bother me. I mean, same with Jack Cullen fight. People know I won that fight, and that's what matters, right? I go into this fight, even on their show. If I win, I win, and people will know about that, and that's what matters.
And what do you make of Lennox Clarke? I think he surprised a lot of people winning the title and the way in which he won it as well. What would you make of him?
Yeah, I think he's more of a fighter than a boxer. You know what? I was watching that fight and I saw Hutchinson talking a lot, open his mouth a lot. People could say he got what he deserved. If you talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. So Lennox Clarke, of course, I'm watching him. I'm training hard for him. I'm not taking him as an easy fight. But I do believe with my potential, I will be able to stop him.
That's a bold claim, but I would not expect anything less. What sort of fight would you expect it to be? You say he's more of a fighter than a boxer. Are you planning to outbox him, or do you think you might meet head on? We've seen you be quite aggressive in fights so far for the majority.
Yeah, as you probably see from other fights, I like to have a fight myself, but I like to make it smart about it, make him miss and make him pay. Same with when I fought Corey Davis. He was attacking. I made a miss, uppercut, dropped him. Same with Sadiq when he came to me. I managed to drop him. Jack Cullen as well. With Jack Cullen, I boxed him more. So I can do both. I can box and fight. On the night of the fight, we'll see whatever I feel more comfortable with.
When something like the Jack Cullen thing happens, where the decision goes against you, even though most people felt you'd done enough, does that make you rethink how you box and kind of second guess yourself a little bit?
Not really. People believe I've done enough. Even during that fight, during the end of it, I was really confident. I still had fuel in the tank, so maybe I should have pushed it to all of it out just to make sure I got it. But deep down, I thought I had enough. I thought I'd done enough. So I was thinking, okay, just win these the last couple of rounds and it should be done. But now I know, give it everything. Don't leave nothing to the judges. And if you can, make sure you stop him.
Now, Jack is actually in action this weekend against Avni Yildirim, a fight that came seemingly out of left field, but a great opportunity, I guess, for him, for someone who's just fought for a world title, is now fighting him. What do you make of that fight?
Yeah, it's a very interesting fight. I believe if he wins that one, he'll go on for Eubank, because Eubank stopped this guy before. Even Canelo stopped this guy. So put him in a really good position if he can stop him. If Jack Cullen stops this guy, he'll be looked at as dangerous. If he finishes on points, it's a bit, who knows. But I think if he wins this, I think the plan is to go for Eubank.
Do you like how Jack Cullen victory might reflect on you? Obviously, most people felt you beat Jack Cullen, and he goes and beats someone like Yildirim.
I mean, yeah, that shows what my potential is too. I mean, some people say boxing is like rock, paper, scissors, but it does show your potential. If someone who you believe you beat someone else, of course you'll believe you're better than them, and it shows where I can go as well in the future. As I'm only 23.
Yeah, it's crazy how much has happened in your career already. Not just the fights, but you've had different promoters, managers. There's been issues there as well, as we've talked about in the past. Do you feel like that makes you a much more experienced 23 than the average 23-year-old?
Yeah, I've learned a lot. I've been on, ITV4. I've been on Sky Sports. I've been on BT Sports. I've been with different promoter shows. I know how everything works, and I've been different managers. I'm happy, and I'm only 23, and this happened. So I know the snakes in boxing. I know that boxing is a business at the end of the day. Even if you win, if you look good, even if you're really good, but you got no promoter, but good manager behind you, you'll go nowhere. It's a business at the end of the day, so you got to treat it like one.
Now, you recently, or fairly recently, worked with Boxer. You talked about that. They're now affiliated with Sky Sports as they launch their new post-matchroom boxing program.
Yeah.
Is that a relationship that could be rekindled? Could you see yourself back on Sky Sports?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'd love to work with Boxer. They were great when I had that Boxer tournament. It was a very, very friendly crew as well. So I'm looking forward to it, especially now that I'm working with Sky. I'm actually really good with the Sky people. So yeah, I'd be looking forward to seeing what could happen in the future.
For someone like you, promotional and managerial free agent, it must be great to see so many different broadcasters currently involved in boxing, and also small hall boxing now finally making a comeback.
Yeah, I saw recently there's gonna be a York Hall show 21st of September. Looking forward to hopefully going to that one as well. So yeah, it's nice to see now local boxers kind of go up again, not just the TV boxers, which would be nice.
What do you see as kind of your route from here on in? As you said, you're still only 23. You've got the British title, British and Commonwealth title fight, hopefully coming up this year. If all goes well there, do you see yourself staying at domestic level for a while, getting more experience, or are you looking to move quite quickly towards world level?
Well, if I win, when I win, God willing, inshallah, when I win the British and Commonwealth title, the possibilities are endless, really. I could go to America, fight for one of the titles there. I could defend my title. I could go for the European, hopefully, maybe even fight with Ron Richard. If I end up stopping Lennox Clarke, I mean, that shows I'm good enough to stop Ron Richard as well, because Ron Richard couldn't stop him. So it just shows the possibility to end us, really.
Great stuff. Now, before I let you go, in case people haven't seen you for a little while, certainly on our channel, just tell them how they can find you on all the different social media platforms so they can keep up with what you're doing.
Zak Chelli on Twitter, Zak Chelli on Instagram, Zak Chelli on Facebook. It's all there.
Is that why you wear it, in case people spell it with a C instead of a K?
Yeah. I mean, they used to at the beginning of my career, but now everyone knows how to spell it now.
Good stuff, mate. Really. Oh, before I let you go, have you finished uni now?
I've actually finished last year, but because they had to be postponed the graduation because of COVID, I had my graduation last week, which was nice.
Oh, congratulations. What did you get?
A 2-1.
Oh, excellent. Brilliant. All going well then on both fronts.
Thank you. Yeah.
Glad to hear it. All right, well, take care, and I'll speak to you soon.